Okay, quick question for you. Who do you think handles nearly half of the entire world's digital payments right now, at this exact second? If your mind immediately jumped to, a traditional Western powerhouse like the US or somewhere in Europe, well, you might want to rethink that. Seriously, forget what you thought you knew about the global tech hierarchy, because the actual data, it tells a completely different, honestly mind-blowing story.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking the architecture of India's silent tech revolution. We're going to look at four massive, absolutely scale-defying facts drawn right from recent data. These facts prove that India isn't just up and coming, it is a current global tech powerhouse. These are the developments literally reshaping the world right under our noses, and today we're unpacking exactly how they're pulling it off.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for The Explainer. First up, the digital gold rush. Second, a colossal power plant. Third, frugal space travel. And finally, the microchip takeover. Let's get into it.
Starting off with pillar number 1, the digital gold rush dominating global payments.
So while a lot of us in the West are still relying on, swiping plastic credit cards, India has totally leapfrogged ahead with something called UPI. That stands for the Unified Payments Interface, and what makes this so revolutionary is the efficiency. It's a zero-fee system, meaning a street vendor selling a 10-cent cup of tea uses the exact same instant, frictionless system as an executive closing a massive corporate deal. And the transaction, it settles in literally 1 second. Because there are absolutely no fees involved, it's infinitely accessible to everyone. It's a real game changer.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer dominance of the system. It's staggering. India's UPI alone accounts for 49% of global real-time transactions. The rest of the entire world combined makes up the remaining 51%. Just let that sink in for a second. One single system in one single country is handling almost half of the entire planet's real-time digital money movement.
To really put that scale into perspective, we are talking about 660 million transactions happening on the UPI network every single day. 660 million. That is roughly double the entire population of the United States transacting daily on a single digital backbone. That extreme level of daily volume absolutely proves this digital architecture isn't just some pilot program, right? It is the living, breathing cardiovascular system of a massive modern economy. But, it makes you wonder, how do they power all of this infrastructure and growth?
Which brings us to our second point, a colossal power plant, macro-scale infrastructure.
Deep in the salt deserts of Gujarat, something incredible is taking shape, the Kavda Renewable Energy Park. It's an infrastructure project with such an unbelievable geographical scale that it is literally visible from space. No joke, we are talking about massive, macro-scale engineering right here on Earth, taking a barren desert and turning it into a global energy powerhouse.
And this brilliantly illustrates what we mean by macro engineering. The park has a footprint 7 times the size of Paris. Imagine that. Take the entire French capital, multiply it by 7, and cover that vast, sweeping expanse entirely with solar panels and wind turbines. It completely redefines what we even think of when we hear the words power plant.
But the ultimate output is the real so what here. When it's fully finished, this single, colossal park will generate enough clean energy to power an entire nation the size of the Netherlands. It's a monumental leap forward for global clean energy goals. So it's not just taking up physical space, it's actively driving a sustainable future. Okay, let's shift our perspective now, all the way from the surface of the Earth, way up into the stratosphere.
Moving on to part 3, frugal space travel, the extraterrestrial.
Right now, India's space agency, ISRO, is gearing up for Gaganyaan, which is a highly anticipated human spaceflight mission. But honestly, the truly fascinating part of this mission is the economics. The entire program to actually send real, living, breathing human beings into orbit costs less than the budget of a single fictional Hollywood space blockbuster. Think about that. Sending people to space for real costs less than making Gravity or Interstellar. That is wild.
It really perfectly captures this core takeaway. Nobody does high-tech frugality like India. They are completely redefining the economics of space exploration. They're proving that groundbreaking extraterrestrial achievements require brilliant engineering and immense resourcefulness, not just, astronomical budgets. Okay, now let's zoom all the way back down from the vastness of space right to the microscopic level.
Bring us to our fourth pillar, the microchip takeover, the microscopic.
So, The crucial point here is that while the whole world fights over the global silicon supply chain, India just made a massive power play. They dropped an investment of 1.6 lakh crore rupees, which is roughly 19 billion US dollars directly into the semiconductor manufacturing industry. Boom. It is a loud, undeniable signal to the rest of the world that they are playing to win the global microchip race.
And it's not just about manufacturing dollars either. This investment is actively consolidating global intellectual talent. The world's top tech giants are right now opening their largest design centers right in Bangalore. Because of this strategic shift, the highly advanced microchips, the actual brains powering your next smartphone, will very likely be designed and made in India.
Finally, to wrap things up, the future is here, coded, powered, and launched in India.
We have just explored a total paradigm shift across 4 distinct pillars, from dominating the digital gold rush of instant payments to building macro-scale energy infrastructure, mastering extraterrestrial frugal engineering, and driving microscopic silicon design. As you've seen, the future isn't just arriving, it's actively being built in India. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Which of these 4 pillars do you think will have the absolute biggest impact on the global tech landscape going forward? Keep learning and stay ahead of the curve.